Brewers hosting the Mets, and the Mets are plus 110. On the money line, the Brewers are minus 130. The over-under is 7.5 runs. The Mets getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 195, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win, or if they lose by one, you'd win. The Brewers laying a run and a half are plus 162 on the run line, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win by 2. Both of these teams have won the last 2 games that they've played. Now, before you bet on this game, understand these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow. The lines literally just came out. Now, Carrasco pitched once against the Brewers last year. The Mets were 1-0 in that game. 4 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won that game 7-5, and that was in Milwaukee. Peralta did not pitch against the Mets last year. Head-to-head, the home team is 6-4 in their 10 meetings. The Brewers are 6-4 against the Mets in their last 10. The favorite is 7-3 on the money line. The favorite getting or laying runs on the run line is 5-5. There have only been 2 one-run games in their last 10 meetings, 1 in their last 4. The over-under is 5-5, and the over-under at 7.5 runs is also 5-5. Now, the last game they played against each other, the Brewers beat the Mets 6-0 in Milwaukee. The game before that, the Mets beat the Brewers 7-5. The game before that, the Mets beat the Brewers 7-2. The game before that, the Mets beat the Brewers 5-4. 2 of those games, the Mets were the favorite. 1 of those games, the Mets were the underdog when they won. Now, in their last handful of games overall, the Mets are 3-1. That's to start this season. We've had 6 runs, 8 runs, 3 runs, and 8 runs. The Mets have scored 5, 6, and 5, and the under is 2-1-1 in their 4 games. Now, for the Brewers, they are 2-1 as well. We've had 9 runs, 3 runs, and 0 runs that they've scored in their last 4 games. The under is 2-1. We had a combined 14 runs, 4 runs, and 4 runs in the Brewers' last 4 games. For whatever the reason is, the Brewers play the Mets very well. I'm going to take the Brewers with the money line. I'm going to actually change my mind here. I'm going to take the Mets because it's going to probably be very rare that we're going to get the Mets as an underdog here. So I'm going to take the Mets with the money line. I'm going to take the Mets getting the runs, and I will go over in this game. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.